At number 10 in our list of functions is communication. Culture is the context for the development of human communication systems such as language, both verbal and non-verbal. Without culture we don't develop the sophisticated communication systems that makes us unique. Perception is number 9. Culture shapes how we see and understand the world, with different cultures developing different ways of seeing. Contemporary Western cultures, for example, generally believe the future is not predetermined, whereas some African societies see just the opposite. Which brings us neatly to the 8th function of culture, identity. Culture determines how people see themselves and others, in terms of things like class, age, gender, and ethnicity, to name but a few of the many different ways our culture functions to shape identities. At number 7 we have social solidarity. This involves believing we're part of a much larger network of people who share common beliefs, identities and commitments to each other that allows us to function collectively as a culture or society. Closely related to this idea is number 6, social integration. This involves developing a commitment to others, such as family and friends. Cultural ceremonies in which we can all share, such as royal weddings or international sports, and collective identifications, such as a common history, traditions and customs, all help to socially integrate people by creating a collective sense of identity as a culture or society. At number 5 we have values. Cultural institutions like the family, education, church and media are a source of values that influence how we see and behave in the world. Without values generated through culture there would be no behavioral boundaries or standards that would allow us to judge acceptable and unacceptable behaviors. Function number 4 is motivation. Cultural values provide the motivation to perform important social functions, such as going to school or work, raising children or caring for the sick and injured. At number 3 we have stratification. All cultures develop ways of differentiating between social groups on the basis of things like social class, economic divisions, social rank, political divisions involving ideas like an aristocracy and peasantry, gender, age and the like. And while there are differences of opinion about social rankings, it seems they perform some sort of general order and maintenance function. At number 2 is production and consumption. Culture defines what people need, use and value as part of the overall survival mechanism in any society. People need, for example, to be organized and motivated to attend school or work for a living. As individuals we need to be encouraged and motivated to consume cultural products, such as cars and computers, and beliefs in ways that bind us together as a group. Which brings us to the final function of culture, norms. Cultural norms, such as what we find acceptable or unacceptable, normal or deviant, legal and illegal, are the bedrock on which societies are built. Without cultural norms to guide our behavior, social life as we know and understand it would be impossible.